Alright, what's up YouTube? It's Ben here. Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to guys that want to train or hit the gym and improve their strength and conditioning or plyometrics or whatever it might be, or fitness. And I'm just going to speak about some stuff that helped me as an athlete growing up. And yeah, hopefully it'll bring you guys some value. So when I was growing up, we didn't do plyometrics till I think my last year of high school, or second to last year, and that was when I was about 17, 18 years old. And what we'd do, we'd get up at about 6 o'clock, head to the gym, and we had a personal trainer. So I highly recommend getting a professional or a personal trainer in that knows the gym and the different movements, especially if you can get like a basketball specific trainer. And what he taught us, there was like three types of training that he would focus us on. And one of them was power, one of them was speed, so how fast you can go, and the other one, the top one, was strength. And so he gave it to us like, if you can build on these, three different aspects of training, and strength and speed and power, that could translate into your sport, and in this case basketball. And so he'd get us to do a lot of squats, but like slow descension and then fast up. So getting our power, getting us more explosive. And then we'd do broad jumps, so that's just we are jumping on the spot. And what would just do like leapfrogs, but he'd get us to have minimal time spent on the ground. So it'd be like quick times on the floor, and we'd jump, not like jump, stop, and then jump, stop. No, it would be like quick. And then some other cool things that he taught us was like how to jump. So, the 1, 2, 3 step, kind of like in volleyball where you're going up for a spike. Same thing in basketball. He'd get us to do like that footwork stuff. How to warm up. So he got us to do like fire hydrants, which is where you get 2 hands on the floor, your knees on the floor, and then you're putting up your leg, just warming up the hips basically. And then as I go into university, and then we had other personal trainers, and they taught you all these other things. But yeah, a lot of it was like 8 to 12 reps, so high reps. We're not trying to be bodybuilders here in basketball. We're just trying to build enough strength and also be slim enough to move freely around the court, and being explosive in directions. And so yeah, just being more basketball specific. It is different to like the sport here is rugby, so a lot of 1RMs. We're not really trying to do that in basketball. As you can see, a lot of basketball players are quite slim. That's because we move around a lot. We need to like jump high. We need to be able to move quickly on defense, or even on offense as well. And so yeah, that sort of stuff helped me. Another thing that helped me later on in my journey with basketball is the food that I ate. So I used to eat a lot of junk food the nights before games, or even the weeks. And it didn't really affect me when I was about 19, 20 years old. Didn't really notice too much of a difference until maybe like 23, I started to notice that I was tired in games, and I'd be training so hard throughout the week. But then I noticed that I'd hang out with my friends and would eat fast food on the day before games, so it was a Friday night, and I would have like chocolates, would have lollies, would have KFC or Macca's or whatever it was, and would just basically have all this in my body, and I'd go to sleep pretty late that night, and then wake up the next day and have a game, and I'd wonder why my energy level was so down, and I'd been training, I've been doing all this, and then I noticed, it's probably because of that. And so now, I drink a lot of water, make sure that I am hydrated, and making sure that it's not just on game day, but actually the week before, and even especially the night before. So making sure I get enough carbohydrates in, like a pasta, or some sort of meal that's got a lot of protein in it, that's going to give me energy for the next day. So yeah, it had to be more strategic on how I think, and what actually comes into my body, not just the training that I do, but the food. Because that's a big part of basketball and becoming the best player that you can be. And the other tip that I had in my mind, so conditioning. When you're conditioning, when I went to the States in Vegas, they got us to do, it's kind of like interval training. So I think for fitness, basketball players, it's quite start-stop. It's not continuous running. So like doing long distance running, it helps, obviously. Any fitness would help. But if you want to do basketball specific, it's kind of like interval. So you have like a short time on, kind of like it's called HIIT training. So high intensity interval training. If you could do that type of training, that's pretty good. Or if we got on the runner, we'd do 40 seconds of like going as hard as you can on like level 15 or 16, where it was pretty hard to go, and then you'd have 20 seconds of just rest, so you can go as slow as you want, and then you go again for 40 seconds. And basically you're just trying to emulate the game basically. So we do this on the cross trainer, so not really on a treadmill, just because of the joints, the pressure. Obviously, we're playing, on springboards in the gym. There's a lot, the gym's a lot springier, so it's not as bad on your knees and things. So that's why I think they say not to run out on the roads as much, just because of your joints. Have you ever gone on a run and you felt like your joints were sore after? That's probably a reason why. And so yeah, maybe going on a cross trainer or doing on a bike, or rowing, something. And just try and maybe keep that in mind as an easy tip, is just go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and aim for 10 minutes to start, and then just build yourself up to get to like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. As you know, most of the games that we play, it's probably in the 20 minute mark you play in a game. Unless you're like a starter and a key player, then you'll be playing 30 minutes. So yeah, just increase that as you go, and just remember the pain equals growth, and that without those times in the gym working when no one else sees you, you won't have those times on the court where you are free to play. And I know what it feels like to get on the court and play without feeling exhausted and your hands and your knees. That's the best feeling. And people see that end result. They don't see all the times that you put in, maybe in the cardio or even lifting weights to be able to play defense against some bigger, stronger guys. And see how explosive you might be, and maybe you weren't gifted like some people are. But yeah, hopefully these tips help you with your strength and conditioning, and with your health and eating. And yeah, if there's something that you learned in this video, leave it in the comments below. Or if there's any questions you want to ask related to this topic, let me know as well, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.